North Korea's leader has made a second surprise visit to China. Beijing has confirmed that Kim Jong-Un met President Xi Jinping in North Dalian City for 2 days of talks. It comes ahead of a regional meeting on Wednesday between China, South Korea and Japan. Denuclearization of the Korean peninsula is on the agenda. Kim is trying to shore up support with his ally China ahead of a historic summit with US President, which could happen by the end of the month. Well, Laura Becker is live from Seoul for us with the latest. Laura, what more do we know about this meeting?
Well, it was a two-day meeting. He spent one night in Dalian. His sister was there as well. And we know that he flew there, which is a new development. Remember, Kim Jong-Un took power in 2011. And since then, he hadn't left his country until March, where he took his first trip to Beijing. And then he took that short step over the border to meet President Moon of South Korea. And here he is, ahead of any summit, any planned summit with President Trump, once again meeting the president of China. There are two things come to mind. First of all, trade. North Korea's key ally, key trade partner is China. Over 80% of North Korea's trade is with China. If North Korea wants to try to get its economy moving again after those international sanctions, it will need President Xi on side. China, for its part, wants North Korea to stop being, in many ways, a nuisance, to stop firing rockets, to stop causing the US to get to a high threat level. China and North Korea both want the same thing. They want American influence, American troops off of this peninsula. So that may be something that they can work with and be in common with before this summit. But when it comes to facing one another, we heard in the statement from China that both sides, President Xi would like both sides of this table to work together towards denuclearization. That hints that at some point the US is also going to have to give something if it wants Kim Jong-un to give up his weapons.
OK, Laura, thank you. Well, with me here in the studio is the BBC's Asia Pacific regional editor, Celia Hatton. Celia, welcome to you. Clearly, diplomacy is ramping up, isn't it, on all sides ahead of this expected meeting within a few weeks between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un.
Absolutely. And the optics here are really quite important, that Kim Jong-un just had a very important summit with the South Korean leader, Moon Jae-in. The two were shown walking together and having very close talks. So really, it's no surprise that he's gone and done the same thing with, as Laura said, North Korea's most important benefactor and really their closest traditional allies. So I think it's quite interesting that the two, again, were Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un were pictured walking side by side along the seaside in Dalian. And really, the Chinese, I think especially, are trying to really reaffirm the close relationship between China and North Korea.
We're also hearing that Donald Trump has said he's going to speak with Xi Jinping on Tuesday to discuss trade in North Korea. So today, in a couple of hours' time, I think, when America wakes up, when the East Coast wakes up. So trade really at the top of China's agenda there. But no doubt Xi Jinping will be relaying whatever's happened at this meeting with Kim Jong-un to Donald Trump.
Absolutely. So many things are happening in this region. But yes, I mean, Washington and Beijing are at a really interesting point in their relationship right now. Trade talks are ongoing. They just finished the first round last week. It didn't go very well. They didn't agree on very much. So relations are a bit testy there, to put it mildly. And now, yes, we have this all-important summit coming up between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un. And yes, Xi Jinping, the leader of China, plays a really key role in whether this summit goes well. China and North Korea really are linked together economically.